Hi everyone. Today we study about interaction diagram. So what do you mean by interaction? From the term interaction, it is clear that a diagram is used to describe some type of interactions among the different elements in the model. It's a diagram. It is used to describe some type of interactions among different elements in the model. This interaction is a part of dynamic behavior of the system. This interaction behavior is represented in UML by two diagrams known as sequence diagram and collaboration diagram. The basic purpose of both diagrams are similar. So sequence diagram emphasis on time sequence of messages and collaboration diagram emphasis on the structural organization of objects that send and receive messages. So there are two types of diagram, sequence diagram and collaboration diagram. So sequence diagram is focused on time sequence and collaboration diagram focus on structural organization of objects that send and receive messages. This is the purpose of interaction diagrams. The purpose of interaction diagram is to visualize the interactive behavior of the system. Visualizing the interaction is a difficult task. Hence, the solution is to use different types of models to capture the different aspects of the interaction. Sequence and collaboration diagrams are used to capture the dynamic nature but from a different angle. The purpose of interaction diagram is to capture the dynamic behavior of a system, to describe the message flow in the system, to describe the structural organization of the objects, to describe the interaction among objects. Let us see how to draw an interaction diagram. As we have already discussed, the purpose of interaction diagram is to capture the dynamic aspect of the system. So to capture the dynamic aspect, we need to understand what a dynamic aspect is and how it is visualized. Dynamic aspect can be defined as the snapshot of the running system at a particular moment. We have two types of interaction diagram in UML. One is the sequence diagram and other is the collaboration diagram. The sequence diagram captures the time sequence of the message flow from one object to another, and the collaboration diagram describes the organization of the objects in a system taking part in the message flow. Following things are to be identified clearly before drawing the interaction diagram. So, the objects taking part in the interaction, message flows among the objects, the sequence in which the messages are flowing, object organization. The following are two interaction diagrams modeling the order management system. The first diagram is a sequence diagram and the second is a collaboration diagram. What is a sequence diagram? The sequence diagram has four objects. There's a customer, there's a order, the special order and normal order. The following diagram shows the message sequence for special order object and the same can be used in case of normal order object. It is important to understand the time sequence of message flows. The message flow is nothing but a method call of an object. The first call is send order, which is a method of order object. Okay, which is a method. First call is a send order. So it is a method of order object. The next call is confirm. The next call is confirm, which is a method of special order object. And the last call is dispatch, which is a method of special order object. The following diagram mainly describes the method calls from one object to another, and that is also the actual scenario when the system is running. So this is a sequence diagram for an order management system. Here we can see that different initialization, customer order, special order. There is a call is given, messages given, messages are represented between the customer and order. Special order is there. Then you can see in the sequence diagram of an order management system. So this everything is represented in an order management process. The second part is collaboration diagram. So the second interaction diagram is the collaboration diagram. It shows the object organization. as seen in the following diagram. In the collaboration diagram, the method call sequence is indicated by some numbering technique. The number indicates how the methods are called one after the other. We have taken the same order management system to describe the collaboration diagram. The method calls are similar to that of a sequence diagram. However, difference being the sequence diagram does not describe the object organization, whereas the collaboration diagram shows the object organization. To choose between the two diagrams, emphasis is placed on the type of requirement. The time sequence is important and the sequence diagram is used. The organization is required, then collaboration diagram is used. So this is the example of a collaboration diagram of an order management system. Here he can see that initialization, customer order, special order, end of process. So, sequence is indicated by numbering the message or method calls. So let us look where to use these interaction diagrams. We have already discussed that interaction diagrams are used to describe the dynamic nature of a system. Now we will look into the practical scenarios where these diagrams are used. To understand the practical application, we need to understand the basic nature of sequence and collaboration diagram. The main purpose of both these diagrams are similar, but they are used to capture the dynamic behavior of a system. However, the special purpose is more important to clarify and understand. Sequence diagrams are used to capture the order of messages flowing from one object to another, and the collaboration diagrams are used to describe the structural organization of the objects taking part in the interaction. A single diagram is not sufficient to describe the dynamic aspect of an entire system, so as a set of diagrams are used to capture it as a whole. So this is all about interaction diagrams. I will come with the next video. Till then, bye.